right, here we go. Oh, and I can. Here we go.
I suppose it was in the 70s down there today, huh?
Yes, it was.
You suck.
It was actually about 80, I think, was the high. So yeah, it was, yeah.
Ah,
I actually
you
broke a
had,
sweat a little bit a couple times when I was out messing with the RV.
yeah. You had a high of 80. I had a high of 8.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was close to Bill. He's like he's up in Colorado now. He's like he goes, wind chill today, -8. I'm like, yeah. Take the minus off and add a 0 to it. That's what I'm at today.
That's a beautiful, yeah, but that's a beautiful state where he is, Colorado. Oh,
yeah. He sent me some pictures of the little snowy area and the little background mountains. It's kind of neat.
oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's God's country up there.
Sure is.
Sasquatch too.
Oh yeah. old sassy. All right. So all you guys in the chat, you guys, I'm assuming can hear. I don't see any comments yet. So make sure you can hear us, both of us. No problems over there.
1, 2, 3.
Give him a Snickers bar, or is that me? Can you hear us? Let's make sure. Usually there's something in the chat. There's 386 people watching right now. Yeah. Okay. Everyone says yeah. Okay. Good deal.
Should we start this off like the Flintstones? I don't know if that's before your time or not.
No, I liked watching the Flintstones.
The Royal Order of Buffalo. All right, we belong to the clan of the Woo.
That's it. Joseph of the Snip and the clan of the Woo.
Of the Woo.
Yeah. Oh, we've had a crazy. I was gonna say week, but I mean, yeah, I guess it's 5 days into this week. But even in recent times, yeah, because I mean, last week you're like, look, you talk about this crash. He goes, you said I can tell you one thing. From right now to the next week, it ain't gonna be no crash. We're going up, and I'm like, all right, well, that's okay, but I'm just wondering about the end of the month or maybe the beginning of next month, maybe. But you're like, I can tell you one thing: next week we ain't crashing next week. It's going up. And sure enough, here we are next week. And man, has some of this these different coins gone up, man. Holy crap. I mean, we had Theta. I actually got to 309. That was today, I think.
Wait. I think it's going higher, Joe.
I think it is. Yep. Got a little dream number on that. We're close at 309. We'll see where that goes. Digibyte. Now, you told us a while back that, and I'm talking probably November, maybe December, and you said, because people were like, hey, what's going on? Digibyte, da, da, da. And you said, well, because the market was kind of low, maybe that was around November, and you're like, oh, yeah, we've seen these other coins going, but I think Digibyte and Theta were just kind of going sideways, nothing crazy. And you're like, well, when that's done, Theta and Digibyte are going to get ready to really start going. And you said, but Theta will go first, and then, but don't take your eye off Digibyte. It will come. It'll come a little later, but it's going to come. It'll come up. And you said they'll teeter-totter. So
that's
once
seesaw.
Yeah. Seesaw, teeter-totter.
Oh, is that what they call it in Florida? Or
yeah, down here, Jabronis, we call it teeter-totter. Seesaw, teeter-totter. And we're by the sea mostly, we got two oceans next to us, or the Gulf and the Atlantic. But anyways, you said like when Theta's going to do its thing, it'll hit some highs and then kind of sideways, a little action, nothing crazy. Then Digibyte's going to go, whoa, here I am. It'll start doing the same thing. Then it'll kind of settle down. And then, oh, there goes Theta again. And we're kind of just start seeing that. Like it just started happening. And I mean, Digibyte, it got to the dream number I had of 6.6 cents. It's actually gotten to 6.80 or maybe 6.9 even, which was your number. So this was a while back. You were like, what would you get again on the Digi? I'm like, I got 6.6. You're like, well, I got a 6.9. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's coming. So the first time it hit it was yesterday or was that today at 6 a.m.? Looks like it was today at 6 a.m. And then had a nice pullback, which again is funny. I get these numbers in the dreams, and it's like an actionable event. If it's a high number, you should sell, and then just I could have easily captured 10%. It was down like 16%. Immediate recovery within an hour, and then stair step up, 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 up. It just went, and now it has gotten to nearly 7 cents, actually like 6.9 something. So there's your number, and it actually hit it twice in the last 2 hours. Each candle wick has touched it.
I'm ahead of you.
You got a couple of tenths on me on that one, and people are like,
"You're slacking, Joe. You're slacking."
A few people had some orders. I think on the first one on Patreon, so they caught it. The 6 a.m. one, I think that a couple people caught that, or maybe a few people caught it. But I was just like, yeah, I knew I probably could have had some orders in, but I was just like, right now I think I'll wait because you're sitting there going, well, this week's going to be a really good week for crypto. There ain't be no crash this week. I can tell you that much. So I'm like, yeah, all right. So I'm like, do I play? I was like, I think I'm just going to watch Digi. I think I'll just watch it for now. But I was really close to actually maybe.
You know what happened, Joe? Do you know what happened to you?
What's that?
You've won so many times. You just kept winning. And you said, I can't handle it anymore. Please. Don't let me win anymore. Don't. But Joe, you have to. It's at 305. It will happen. No, I refuse to win. No, my order did not fill. It didn't? No. Okay, it did.
Yeah, the funny thing that I didn't say in the video, I don't think, was I had the order at 305, and he goes, that's within the range. So I'm like, okay, it should hit. So I see it go to 3.048, and I'm like, are you kidding me? 0.2 of 1 penny, and my order doesn't even get touched. Yep, okay. So I'm thinking it's done.
Yeah, so, I thought I lost my job.
Yeah, so like the next morning, I think, is when I called you to like, oh my God, you're not gonna believe this. It got to 3.048, it didn't get to 3.05, and the kind of money I missed or whatever. But I'm like, we just laughed about it. We can only laugh now, and then my house is paid off. It's just funny now, right? So then later I'm like, I'm logging in because I'm about to set up the next trade because he goes, it's gonna go higher next. And I'm like, oh well, maybe. I was like, well, let me just go check my order. Maybe I'll leave it where it's at 305. And so I log in, I don't see it. And I'm like, where the hell did my order go? And it filled at 305, 4 hours after the one that didn't fill. And I go, oh my God, I had plenty of time to catch it down to 267, which you said, or 263. You said it'd be. You said Spirit showed you two possibilities of 250s or 260s. And I told myself, okay, if I pull this off at 305, I'm going to do 270 just to be safe. So it would have filled, and it would have been a good, 15% or something, or 12%. I forget what the number was.
But that's a lot of money.
Yeah, so then I call you back. I'm like, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. The freaking order did fill. But what he said to me the first time I called, when it was 3.048.
Right.
He goes, oh, you calling me to... Right when I called, he was like, "Oh, you tell me, your order filled, or you made a move." And I go, "Not really. It didn't. It actually didn't happen." I said, "That's what I'm calling you because this is ridiculous. It got so close that it didn't fill." So you're like, "Oh, actually, I thought you were going to call me today and tell me that it actually did." And I go, "No." I said, "But super, super close. I mean, maybe it'll come back up and do it again." Well, truth be told, it actually happened. So his thought, me of calling him, it should have been me saying yes, it did fill, because it actually did fill. And then I could have rode the stupid thing down and got in and back lower and got back in again. But again, there's going to be a bunch of chances. This market is going to get even more volatile, more crazy. There's going to be plenty of ups and downs, and it's not a big deal. So I'm waiting on the next bigger number for Theta. It's not that much bigger, but it's still,
Well, I guess it depends on how big your bag is.
That's true. Yeah. Got a big bag, 5 or 10% could mean a lot. But the other ones like Digi and all that, I'm like, you're like, you might want to wait on Digi. I think we're going a little higher, or maybe a lot higher. And I've seen people chatting like Joe, they're like, Joe's dream he had about that gigantic green candle going all the way up, and he had to zoom out 3 times. He goes, the guy was posting, I've heard many people say this already. Dude, Joe, I know you said 6.6. He goes, but he goes in the comment today, which I'm as I read, I'm like, man, I kind of agree. He mentioned, the 6.6. He goes, but Joe, we're looking at that big news announcement that, oh my God, Digibyte's working with the freaking European Union to use their Digi ID for something for the government. Oh my God, that'd be huge. But that didn't take it from 2.2 at the time to 6. We thought it was going to, it never happened. So the fact that we're at 6.6 right now, and there's not any real like major news pushing Digi up right now. It's time to go. So I'm thinking, where's it going to be? It might be 8, 9, 10, 11 cents or something. And then all of a sudden, announcement comes, let's say, and then it runs up to 66 cents. Because I remember I saw one gigantic candle that was so large, like I was in this dream standing in front of a gigantic screen, similar to like the chart stuff I always look at. And I just see this enormous candle, one single candle. I don't know if it was the 1 hour, the 2 hour, whatever, but it was one gigantic candle. I zoomed out, still couldn't see the top. Zoom out again, can't see the top. Third time, oh my God, there's the top. And I'm like, my neck's like this, looking up, going, oh my God. I'm like in shock. And I'm like, yeah, and you don't have any. Because I was out of the market. I was sick to my stomach in the dream. I immediately wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm sick. Where's the price at? I don't care. I'm buying. I got to buy back in now. So I bought back in. But now that we're at 6.6 now, they haven't even released that news. Think about it. Let's just say it gets to 10 cents. That's easy right now. So it only needs to do a 6x. That's it. Just a 6x and it's at 60 cents. That's not that hard to happen, So I thought, oh, could it be? Could we be heading there? And, at the same time, there's probably going to be big ups and downs on the way. But, I'm not so sure that 6.6 wasn't that all of a sudden. But, I mean, it did happen right now. It touched the damn number. I got my dream. It fell back. But you know how things are with spirit sometimes. Oh, yeah. It wasn't just that. It's going to be 66 also, or 66 cents, and you're like, oh, kind of like Theta, 222, all these twos I keep seeing. I'm like, I'm going to trade that shit. I keep seeing this all day long. And then you're like, oh, you need to put that buyback order a little lower. Low twos isn't enough. I just heard 186. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a good, decent, better percentage. That's like twice as good a percentage as I was going to get. And sure as shit, it hits. And my bags fill and back up again. But I did miss that one because I sold, but you know the story. And I got back in, I think at 296 or 2965 or something to try to catch this next little bump up. So anyways, before I even forget, I'm gonna get this one right out of the way. My friend Roy, he's like, Joe, when you talk to him tonight, can you ask him about XLM? Remember he was asking, saying $1 was coming at, not too long ago, and it got to like 40 cents, but then it fell, but now it's back to 50 something. He was like, are we on our way? What is he picking up anything? So I'll just ask you that right off the bat. On XLM, it's right now 55 cents. So we're halfway to your dollar. And when you gave that, it was like 15 cents, I think, if I recall.
Yeah. Well, the bad news, I own XLM. Okay. The bad news is I'm not selling at $1.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. But this I want to tell to your friend and anybody else that's listening is I did a reading the other day, and Spirit is really good as giving me analogies of things to tell people. And I don't know what's going on in their life, but Spirit does. And when you give them an analogy, it's only for them to understand what it is. It's really not for me because it's out there. It's like, what the hell does that mean? But it's not meant for me. And so I'm talking to this fella, and I said, I don't know what happened to you with crypto. I said, but I'm looking at you, and you're sitting at a table, and you went to your favorite ice cream stand, and your wife got a nice ice cream cone, her favorite, and she's licking it, enjoying it. And you got yours in a cup. And while she was enjoying hers, licking it, nice hot day, you kept staring at yours, and it melted and melted and melted away. I said, you have an issue there, don't you, with your crypto? And the guy just lost it. He says, oh my God. He had gotten into Veritasium when it was penny, whatever it was at the low. And I guess I never followed it, so I really don't know. But I think it went up, he said, like $500 or some freaking thing. But the guy he was a millionaire. Instead, he watched it go all the way back down, right? So basically, he didn't get to lick his ice cream.
Yeah, it
All right.
melted. Yeah.
So the analogy I'm trying to give everybody that's out there now, all right, listen, you don't have to be a freaking psychic right now. Okay. We're in a run right now. A lot of things are going to go up. Please take some profits for yourself to do one important thing: get rid of your debts. This is an incredible opportunity to do it. But if you're just going to sit there and watch it melt away, then shame on you. Okay? Get yourself in a good financial order. What goes up comes down. All right. So if you just keep scooping a little off the top, getting rid of one credit card here, one credit card there, yeah, it's really an important thing. And I want to tie in, I want to tie in a little bit of spiritual shit. Okay. All right. We know that there's a lot of stuff out there in the spiritual realm. I don't care what you want to call it. Call it whatever you want. All right. There's good magic and then there's black magic. All right. And I see a lot of religious stuff out there that, don't get caught up in the beast system. The beast system has been around since the Roman Empire. Okay. It's a monetary system. And what it is, you get trapped in it. Now, we don't have to be, again, psychic or rocket scientists. When you look at a dollar bill and you see the symbols, you just go, it makes no sense when you look at some of the stuff. Why would you have a pyramid with an eyeball looking at you?
Yeah.
The hell is that?
Yeah.
Right? Right? So when you're taking a look at all this, you got to understand that the system is a trap, and it traps you with the word called debt. Okay. You wonder, oh, I can't really afford a car. No problem. I'll give you a 15-year loan. Oh, you will? Yeah. Hey, your payments are $900 a month. No big deal. Right. And then you look at your payments and, you pay $875 towards interest and $25 towards principal. And that's the way that they rigged the system, where you're not getting anywhere until towards the end of the loan. And then all of a sudden, oh, I'm paying more on principal. Well, you know why? Because your car's about to shit the bed. And then you got to go do it again.
Yep.
So it's a trap. So here we are now in this beautiful run. And again, you don't have to be a psychic to figure this shit out. All right. And this is your opportunity not to sit there and watch the ice cream melt away. All right. So take advantage of it. And even if you start off with your tiniest card and pay it off, then you go to the next one, and then you go to the next one. Let me tell you, then you release the bonds that you're shackled to, and then you get the freedom. Just like you, Joe. Now, how do you feel?
Yeah, but, I mean,
Is
I
it
understand.
unbelievable?
Yeah, I understand. There's laws and there's rules. You got to pay property tax, but I'm telling you, when you finally do it, you realize you get to say it. I'm a free man. I'm finally a free man.
You'll act different. You'll
Yes.
feel different.
Yes.
Because that black magic, it's real. I mean, it's real. And when you're under it, it puts so much weight on you. Never mind the family. So here you are. All right. And, there's a lot of cryptos out there. I could sit there and make a sheet, of 100 cryptos. Okay. Me, I take the top 100 and go, hey, they're going to go up. All right. But there's probably 1,000 cryptos out there.
Oh, there's thousands. Yeah.
So I want to give this, we've seen a couple, I'll call them shit coins, get pulled up. Be careful you don't get caught with your pants down on that stuff. And I've given this warning before. This year, all right, a lot of cryptos are going to disappear. They really are. So instead of looking for that one miracle that's out there, stay with your quality cryptos that you know there's something behind them that's going to grow. And you're going to make a lot of money right now. Okay. But don't just watch it go to the top and down.
And don't chase them either. Don't chase the ones that run up and then you get out of your coin to get that one, then it stops running. Now you're trying to get back the other one. Now it's running. Don't chase these coins too.
That's what happens to some of the people with the XRP. They didn't listen to us in the very beginning when we got in at 24 cents. And so they sold everything to jump on when it was 60 cents or 70 cents. And then it dropped down. Okay. So they risked everything, which was insane. So I earlier today, or yesterday, I got a text from somebody and they said, you know, XRP is going to be 61 cents. And I just laughed. I said, yeah, so yeah. Well, he was that person, he or she, I'm not sure who, got in at like close to 68 cents or whatever. You know, should I sell out and get out? And I just said, well, I'm in, but I'm in at 222 and I'm not going anywhere. I'm following it to the end. Okay. Because I know there's a lot more to happen with this thing. But you got to stay in your own comfort zone, right, Joe? Don't take everything you got and throw it into one. That's absurd. Because if one takes a little longer, like the seesaw effect with Digibyte and Theta, all right, and one takes a little longer or whatever, you're not panicking. Because once you panic, you're not even doing the right thing. All right? Pick your quality out. And I'll tell you what I have. I mean, I don't have a lot. I've got a Bitcoin. Well, that's a lot now.
It is now. But when you bought it, it wasn't.
No,
know?
I paid $3,900 for it. But that was a lot of money back then to me. Sure. Actually, it's a lot of money to me now.
Still, yeah. Thousands, yeah.
Well, it is what it is. But I've got that one. I have Bitcoin Cash because they told me what it was going to go to. I've got the Stellar, and I got XRP. I don't have Digibyte. I don't have Theta. Okay, I don't even know how to trade that shit. All right, so I don't follow stuff, but when I do a lot of readings on people, then things will pop up. Okay, and I go, ooh, kind of like that one I told you today about the guy with the melted ice cream, and it turned out it was Veritasium. And then all of a sudden I went, oh, they were giving me all types of stuff. And then I started getting a vision of whoever the owner was of that Veritasium or whoever the hierarchy is. I saw them making deals with people around the world. And it wasn't bankers. It was more like government officials. All right. And I said, huh. And then I'm staring at it and there was an arrow pointing up. I go, okay. So I told the guy that it's going to continue to climb. And whatever is going on behind the scenes is going to be very big for that company. All right. So that's going to be a nice one. Polkadot. That was a weird call, man, when that came in. But it comes to me as a cartoon, like a freaking polka dot. And it keeps jumping. And I see this thing jumping all over the place in the right direction. Okay. But again, like I say to people, scoop a little, man, scoop a little. When you stare at your cryptos nonstop and go, well, I don't want to because it won't rise as fast. You know what you're doing? You're idolizing it. You're turning it into an idol. That's a waste. Okay. Make it work for you. Okay, take advantage of these things. I just got a call. Okay. There's a coin named Civic.
Yep.
Okay. They just said something to me that, well, now they're showing me a number of a 9 and a 6. So I don't know what Civic is, but it seems that it's going to run to a 9 and a 6. So I'm going to say that's like 96 cents. So keep your eye on that.
It's 38. So that makes sense. It's 38 right now. Cents.
Okay. All right. So if you guys, somebody out there has Civic, you might want to hang loose on that. But as you start climbing, again, please pay some of your debts off or get ahead on them. Okay. Get yourself comfortable because we're going to go through some strange shit. All right. This is exciting though. You know, when it comes to calling cryptos right now, it's kind of like, oh, hey, I got one here. That'll go up. All right. Just use your head. You know, don't be stupid. Don't chase something that has already jumped up 50%. You know it's going to pull back a little in rest. And if you take everything you have and you throw it in there, now you're freaking panicking again. Right? Don't freaking do it. I mean, look at the shit Joe's gone through. I mean, he's been in the deepest, darkest areas of crypto.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Sold my Litecoin at practically the bottom, just about a few dollars off. Sold it at 25 and 26. It went down to 22. I thought it was going to 17, maybe even 13. Yeah. Missed it. Started going back up. Oh my God. But I, didn't panic. Got some good intel on Bitcoin Cash. Go in there. You'll make it up. You'll make up your losses. All right. So I did it. Holy shit. It worked. But yeah. And not all my trades have been perfect or whatever. I've made some, a couple dumb moves or whatever. Just, it is what it is. But at the same time too, like I was telling myself, I will not let 2017 happen to me again.
There you go.
I will not miss this. So even though Theta was like, I'm telling my wife at the time, it's $1.25. So like $1.25, I might sell for that, or at least maybe the first mortgage. And it was like $1.19.
So you're the one who threw me under the bus.
Yeah.
Evelyn, it wasn't my fault.
It wasn't. But I'm like, but it's going higher. Then it was like $1.50. And because I think I'd taken the staking I was doing off, it takes 60 hours to get it back. So I'm like, well, I can't do anything anyways, Evelyn. I got to wait 3 days. By the time 3 days came, it was like, oh my God, it's like 150 or 160 or whatever. So I'm like, see, it's a good thing I waited. And by that time, you're like, Spirit's telling me 231's coming. And I'm like, Evelyn, he's saying 231's coming. So what? Just, you'll make it up, right? I'm like, yeah. So anyways, it was like 180. And I'm like, I know what Wudu's going to be on the money because he pretty much always is. But for Evelyn's sake, I'm like, all right. She was so panicked about it. I'm like, all right. So I don't even know what I sold at 170 something, 180 something. I don't even remember. But whatever it was, I did it. And the funny thing, because that day I talked to you and you said to me, I said, well, I got my stuff. I'm ready to send it over to Caleb and Brown. They were going to do it for me. And I'm like, but I called it. They don't even get until 3:00 in the afternoon. And it's like, that's like 3 or 4 hours from now. And then when they finally got in, it was an hour after that they called me, and they got my guy over there, Jeff, was like, oh yeah, we can do a trade today. And you said to me, what's it at right now? And whatever it was, 170 or something. You're like, it'll be okay that you haven't waited a few hours. You might just get a bonus by the time that guy calls you. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take that. So I remember I was driving around, me and Bill were together, and we were driving oh, it's him. Hey, yep. And look at the price. Oh shit, it's up. It's up higher. Market price, go for it right now. Sell. Okay. And again, it was like, maybe it was 184. It was like 170. And then by the time he called, it was like 184. So I was like, hell yeah. So it worked. Not a big deal. I knew it was going higher. His 231 hit, but that's out of your hair. Once you get that out of your hair, and just again, it's just a feeling of, okay, now all this other stuff doesn't matter as much. I could actually make a mistake in crypto and it won't hurt as bad either because I've got that debt out of my way. I have no debt hovering over me. There's no dark cloud. So I advise you guys, do the same. Take a little profit here and there.
Yeah. When you can laugh about not missing a trade that you had in your hands.
Yeah. Half of it was already done for you. It was already done. All you gotta do is go press a button, get back in. Yeah. Nope. You laugh about it.
Well, you kind of got to. But see, you're in a different position now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. If I still had the house hovering over and this debt, not that, the second mortgage, well, damn it, I needed to get back in right then. I needed that extra money. No, you didn't.
That's right. That's right. That was a huge thing for you to do that, but you're being rewarded for it. Look at the deals that we've been doing.
Oh yeah. I mean, just almost like it's. I mean,
Yeah,
with the ease, it's almost child's play. I mean, the numbers are being hit dead on. Like you give a number, oh, there it is. I sort of, I'm telling you, I'm like, I'm sitting there going to bed that night, and I'm like, I don't even think Theta was, or maybe it finally hit the $3 first or whatever, and it bounced back down a little bit. And I'm like, going to bed. Okay, guides. Thank you again. For everything you've done for me and all this. I really appreciate it. And can I get any insight? Would it be okay if I got some insight on Theta tonight? What's it kind of going next? I swear to you, 5 seconds later, dink, and I normally have my phone off or usually off, not even like completely muted, silent mode, and sometimes it's on vibrate. But either way, the vibrate won't wake me up. So lights are off, and I'm saying this in my mind, and then all of a sudden I hear my phone's on, dink, someone texts me. Oh shit! Well, good that they did it now because it's not too late. Because it woke me and Evelyn up. Possibly she would have probably yelled at me. So I forgot to turn my phone on silent. There's Woo Woo Dude. Hey, by the way, Spirit just throwed me 306 or whatever you said, I think at the time. And I go, oh. I was just asking Spirit, where's it going next? Now I know. That's when I said, I'll put, I think that's when I said I'll put the 305 order in maybe or whatever. But I'm like, wow, he just gave it to me. So then, or maybe it was after the 305. I don't even remember now. So much shit goes by. But anyways,
it's a fog of woo.
it is. And I got the next number in the dream that night, and it's higher than 309. Yeah. And we hit 309. So I'm like, oh. So then not only did you answer for them within 5 seconds of me asking, I got a dream as well the same night. So, it's going here next. Woo Dude's telling you where it's going next. And by the way, it's even going to go higher than that because here's the next number. And or maybe your number was the one that was a sliver higher than mine. Again, fog of war, fog of whatever. I have to go look at the text. It's sitting over here. I could go look at it, but whatever. Bottom line is, it's amazing how all this stuff works on the spiritual side. And like you can't. I've done this too many times now on YouTube. I don't give a shit how big of a skeptic is out there. I've done this shit way too many times on YouTube now for someone to sit here and tell me it's a coincidence again and again. You hit 6.6 right on the money and fell. Yeah. Hit $3 right on the money like your wife stream. Yeah, it fell. Yeah. Come on. There's no way. And I'm sitting here just laughing at it because I know all these people, at least on Patreon, and some people on YouTube, the stuff we talked about for free, some of these people are making moves. So it's like, I see the comments like, yeah, man, I just did it. I did it. Awesome, man. This is so cool. So I love seeing. I told Spirit in the car. I was driving the other day. I told Spirit when I realized I got the 305 sell, but I didn't know I did it, and I missed it going down to 263 or whatever. I was still laughing. I'm like, Spirit. I'm like, other people did get it because I saw their comments. So some other people, because they're like, oh, I didn't even do 305. I did 303 and I did 304. So those filled on the first one, and then they watched it fall down to the 260. So they scooped back up. Saw a few comments, and they're like, oh, this is so cool, man. Oh, this is awesome, man. What we do that? So even though I missed it, I was still really happy.
Yeah.
For those people, because they got it. And like I said, we just want to be with winners, and everyone's winning. If you're winning, I'm winning. Even if I lose, if you're winning, I'm winning. I'm happy. So it was just cool to see that. I felt real good about that.
And that's a beautiful thing is, see, these people think that I'm holding Theta or Digibyte, and I'm not. I'm not smart enough to do it. Actually, Joe holds it for
I'm
me.
holding a bag that I put for him. So he didn't even go buy it either. I'm like, I'm putting that shit together for you. Those two, and I think a third one. I forgot what it is, but I'm like, I'll be messing with that. Whenever I do trades and I'm using those coins, whatever percentage I get, I'll just keep adding to your bag over there. I'm like, one day, I'm telling you, your house might be sitting over there in that little bag, paid off. Next move.
That's kind of funny. I'll tell you something that I really like that a lot of people kind of appreciate. I like to skim through some comments that I watch on your page. Now, understand, you people who are watching now, I'm on an iPad. Oh, it says Richard's iPad.
Yeah, right on the screen.
Woo! Okay. So I can't see comments, all right, the way this is set up. So I have no idea what people are saying. but later on, I'll listen to comments of some of the things that you might have said. And I saw somebody today said something about your dreams. Oh, I'm getting out of this completely, your dreams and all this. And I really wanted to comment, but then I said, no. Do you know what kind of balls it takes to sit there and give out your dreams, okay, on what you think that's going to happen? So you got to understand, you're honing a skill, and you've got the kahunas to come out there and give it. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. It's okay. But it becomes a technique. It's like people with psychic abilities and abilities to know things. There's people, wait a second, let me have a cup of ego. Okay, now that I got that over with, there's people that are out there that nobody even knows about that have incredible abilities, just incredible. And I've met people that have been mediums for 40, 50 years. And then all of a sudden you see this youngin come up who might be 21 or 19. And that young kid, in a matter of weeks, goes way beyond that person that's been doing it for 40 years. Number one, you know, every psychic says don't get an ego.
But many do.
And it's like, oh my God, it's like, dude, that's one thing that I admit. People say, oh, whoa, dude, you know so much. Well, I know one thing for sure, how little I know. Okay, because it's an amazing thing. But Joe, with your practices, see, you get a feeling when you get certain things. All right. And that's how you tune yourself up. Like I tell people that one of the best times for really getting that knowledge of, say, a single crypto or whatever is sometimes when you wake up too early and then you have to go to the bathroom, then you jump back into bed. Oh my God, that's the perfect time. And you can throw it out there and you'll instantly see numbers. All right. Don't put your mind or thought into it. All right. Just remember the numbers. It's just like me. I don't follow cryptos. Yeah, mine. Okay. But when I do readings on people, that's when all of a sudden somebody say, hey, what about what? And then instantaneously, it's not me thinking of it. And it probably is kind of like how Dick Allgaier does some of his stuff. Once you put thought into it, you already lost it.
Yeah.
Or if you try to put logic into it, you've already lost it. You can't do that. You got to instantly do, okay? And then write it down. And then start saying, oh, I was way off on that. Okay, well, that's okay. Like what you're doing, you do it again and you do it again. Then all of a sudden you're going, son of a bitch, this is starting to work. And you start to figure these things out.
There's a Patreon member I have that reached out to me a couple of days ago. And this was, I'll give you an example of kind of what you just said of me. I got a psychic kid, I guess you could call it. So
yeah,
he says, Joe, I got a potential treasure lead for you in New Mexico also. And if I'm going to send you an email. If you give me an email, I'll send you an email with a couple of attachments. And if you're willing to entertain it or whatever, it sounds like you want to mess with it, we can talk about, sharing it or whatever, but I want you guys see if you're interested in it first. I'm like, well, here's my email, send it there, so he sends it and there's some attachments, but before I open the attachments, and I don't know if he emailed me first and then sent attachments, but I've read the first sentence and it wasn't enough yet to make me think for 1 second, oh my God, I already have this lead. But as I was reading the first sentence, I'm telling myself, I know what he's going to tell me.
Yeah.
It's the one I think a lead I've already gotten. And this is not a lead that is you can't find it on the internet. Like it's not posted. So this is something very, very rare that a few people have talked about. And as I'm reading that first sentence, I go, I'm just getting the feeling it's going to be that one. Watch this. It's going to be that one. I'm like, no way. And then as I read, the name John was mentioned, and I go, holy shit, that's the name is on the map thing that I have of that one. And then I kept reading. I go, this is that one. This is exactly that one. And anyway, so after I was done feeling that, I went back and read that first sentence again. I go, there was nothing here that should have led me to even think remotely that he's going to give me that one. This
Right.
guy, I don't even think is in America, and he gave me that. So my mind's not thinking of this other guy, from Utah that gave it to me originally. So anyways, that happened, yesterday. So I was chatting with him a little bit about it, and anyways, that happened. So I got some kind of insight, and I didn't realize it until it just hit me. Like I knew what he was going to say. Like I knew which one it was.
Yeah, and that's that intuition, but it's tuning yourself up to that. It's a skill. Now, some things go beyond that are unexplainable, supernatural things that you see. That it's really not a skill. You just go, that's what I call a dude moment. Dude, and you gotta check it up to what it is. But it's really interesting, and there's a lot to it. This is a funny one. Just a little while ago, somebody sent me a couple texts and said, does our president have a chance? Trump, the T-Man.
Yeah.
And I went, yep. Right. And then I get a text back and it says, wow, that's great. And then the person said that, especially coming from a minority. So I text them back. I go, are you an alien? Because no, are you a human? I need to know this. It's like, come on, man. Listen, turn us all inside out. We're all pink.
Yeah.
All right. Except for some people that are here. Turn them inside out. I think they're green or some other color. But hey, man, listen. Nothing has changed with me. I got that the T-Man was not leaving. I haven't changed, and I'm not changing. And there's more to it. And it has to do with the springtime. The spring will bring in a new sun, will bring on a new dawn. Okay. So I know spring starts, of course, not where I live. Doesn't fucking start till May. Okay. But February 21st, right? Isn't that the spring?
March 21st is the
for spring.
The solstice, or the what do you call it? The equinox or whatever, yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
March 21st. When this
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So March 21st. A lot of huge things are going to happen from there into April and going through April. A lot of exciting things. And I'm telling you, everybody out there, stay optimistic. Okay? Listen, I have seen so much shit happen in my life that right when you think you're done, what's that show? I thought I was out, and then they pulled me back in. Okay? It's not over. Okay? It's not over. All right? There's a lot of great things that are happening. So kind of like focus on what's happening now in front of you and take advantage of these cryptos and what's going to happen with silver and stuff. And as we hit spring and in the months of spring, some huge things are going to happen in the financial realm and political realm. Okay. And I'm going to go back to that Dick Argyle thing that you showed us on your YouTube, the pictures. Okay.
Of the one with the Congress, like adjourning for the last time, that one?
Yeah. Anybody can look at it and say different things. Okay. This I want to throw out. Number one, Dick Argyle, I got to say the guy's on the money here. Okay. And I could tell you this. I think if you look closely at his pictures, you'll probably see a few of them puking. because they're not going to handle what the hell's happening. It's like, and people are going to be going, now what do I believe in? Because everything's changing so drastically, So like I say, Joe, I had to wake up and make my breakfast again today. Son of a bitch, nothing changed.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the charts, and I'm looking at moves I'm gonna make. I'm talking to you. We're gonna make a move.
Yeah.
You got something for Theta. Let me go post it on Patreon. We're just doing what we do. And
exactly.
The good thing is, because cryptos are so exciting right now, boy, perfect timing to keep you not focused on the bullshit. Like,
that's right.
I tried to go on Twitter, and they were just showing little tiny clips of the Democrats editing Trump's speech, and trying to present that in the impeachment as like evidence where he incited. They actually cut the shit in pieces to make it sound as bad as they could, and even then it didn't sound bad. And I watched just a little bit, and the whole time I'm watching it, it's like when your vibration's up here, and then you have that experience like with that girl Aurora, and I felt like, oh my god, 2 weeks of my, I gotta have to take 2 weeks to recover, get my vibration back up. That's what I felt watching that shit quickly, and I'm like, I can't even do, not for Realist News, not for anybody. I can't even watch this one. I can't even take one for the team. This is so bullshit, fake news, whatever, negative shit that I can't even watch it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you what was really said or what's been going on. I won't even watch it. I'm not even going to entertain the idea. I'm going to wait patiently. I'm going to focus on my cryptos, family, all this stuff that I got going on here. Little test flights here and there, getting back into the flight thing. And that's it. I don't give a crap about that right now, but we got cryptos going real good. And that's something that we can all focus on, because if we're trying to get in and out and make trades, that takes your brain, to focus on that. Just forget that crap. You're going to watch it and it's going to aggravate you. Why aggravate? Why stick your hand in a hornet nest? They're going to sting you,
Yeah. Well, you know what happens, Joe, is people actually get addicted to listening to bad things or whatever.
Yeah.
And the tough thing that's happening out there. And this is why I really don't, you could call it spirit, you could call it whatever you want. But when I ask them to come into me and bring me to something that's important, that's how I go around, and I'll look at anything. But I won't follow these people that that say they have all this inside information, because they're full of shit.
Yeah.
They really are. And I'll say it over and over again, unless they're in the same room. Okay. I'm sorry, and you really, I guess I get paid for commercials or whatever, but you really shouldn't do that, man. You're throwing out so much negative shit that's out there. And people say, whoa, dude, you're always freaking laughing. That's because I see a lot of great things in our future. We just got to go through some bullshit first to get there. And it's like making brownies. The kitchen might look like a shit house while you're making them, but after you clean it up and you smell those brownies, you're going, life's good, man. Life's good.
That's a shit house, huh? That's a good analogy there. Let me write that one down. It was making brownies into a shit house. Okay. Well, that's good stuff.
This is a good run right now. Take advantage of it. All right. And all the silver holders that are out there. Okay. Believe you me, your day's coming a lot quicker than what you think. All right. There's a lot of stuff happening all at the same time. And you and I talked about it. It's compression of time. It's the craziest shit. I don't know how they do it, but everything's being compressed together, and it's all coming together. And the object is, there's nothing that you can really physically do. You could pray on it, and that means a lot, put good things out there. But to physically think that you're going to make a difference by being pissed off all day and yelling at your wife or yelling at the kids, what the hell is that, man? Pull the reins back, hone down your cryptos now. Like I said, when a lucky one pumps, if that happened to be yours, I hope the hell you took the profit off of it. All right. Don't get caught in a lot of the bullshit. if you got 1,000 cryptos or more that's out there, really, you should really be focusing on realistically the top 100. You really should be, or maybe the top 50, because you know that they're going to go up. All right. And make you some money. And some of these things I'm holding out for because I really believe a lot of supernatural things happen to us, all of us that were involved in the 222 thing. Absolutely. And that meme's still going. So the XRP is still going. Okay. And, what the hell? I could say it because we're not trading it. I see XRP hitting $1 very shortly. Okay. And some of you that got in too deep, okay, that panicked to shit because you put everything in there from other things, there's your chance to take a little back out and put it in other positions. Okay. But don't walk away from this one. Okay.
Yeah. Don't sell it all.
Don't do that. Okay. I'm in it. I'm staying in it. And same with Stella. Okay. I thought I was going to get out of Stella when it hits $1 because they told me it's going to hit it. And after what I've been getting, I'm not getting out at $1. No. Especially since all my credit cards are paid, Joe.
Yeah. Now you're going to have to start using them so that, your credit score doesn't fall. You don't want your credit score to fall. You got to get it back in debt.
That's Julianne and I were laughing our asses off. I go, now I got an 800 and something credit score. Fuck it. What good is that going to do? I ain't buying anything anymore.
Yeah. And if you don't, then it starts going down. But I always heard you can call like any bills, electric bill, water bill, whatever. You can call them and ask them, can you please report this on my credit that I'm paying on time and everything? And they'll do that. And that'll keep your credit high, brother. Because if you don't use it, it will come down. And I thought, okay.
I got a toll-free number for that one. It's
1-800 eat shit.
No, it's 1-800 who gives a shit.
Okay. Subsidiary of Eat Shit. Okay.
Oh no, man. I went at the age of 65. I'm going, fuck, I'm finally out of my credit card debt. Great. I know what's next. The fucking grave.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, get the hell out of that nightmare of black magic. It's powerful. And don't idolize your money or your cryptos. If it becomes an idol for it, you're going to stare at it instead of using it. And that's just freaking, I'm sorry, it's stupid.
Dumb. Yeah. Dumb.
It is. So please. I don't know what
it's
time.
It's about that time. Yeah, it's getting close. About Joe, 8 minutes. We can cut it.
You have to keep track of it.
We're like, you sure you want to do a video Friday night? The gold shows are on. I'm like, yeah, and the Blind Frog Ranch. I like that one too now. And I'm like, but I was like, if we do from 8 to 9, we'll be off in time. We could watch all those shows because I think that one comes on at 10. The other ones come on at 9.
Yeah.
We're good. He's like, all right, let's do it.
All right. But, with time compression, we look back and we go, oh, shit. We missed everything.
Yeah, oh, shit. It's been an hour and a half. Uh-oh. Yeah. So, so on that note, we'll think we can cut it here. Flair. So somebody just said, hey, Flair, baby. Let's talk on that one real quick.
Yeah. This is what I got. Is that coin, token, whatever you might want to call it, what they told me, it was going to be a gift that keeps on giving. All right. That thing is going to be worth a lot of money. So anybody who had that snapshot with XRP at that time, whatever you have, you're sitting on a lot of money right there. You really are.
And like Theta with the free T-Fuel, you just got a bunch of free Flair.
Yeah. Yeah. And you would usually think a lot of that stuff is garbage, right? That's not what they said with
not this one.
No.
Okay.
And that's like the Stella. For whatever they're going to be doing with it. To me, it really doesn't matter. It's what I get from the other side that I just say, hey, I'm in it to win it. And I was going to sell it when it hit $1. That I said, yeah, that's enough. That's a nice profit right there. And they said, don't. It's okay.
Yep. If Spirit instructs not to, then you don't do it. Okay. You don't need to take profit on that one. You let that one bake in the oven a little bit. Okay. Let it bake in the oven a little longer.
Yeah. But again, if you need to scoop some to get rid of a credit card, freaking do it. Just
Right.
do it.
Yeah. If you're in
It's
at
still
15
gonna
cents,
rise.
you put in a couple grand at 15 cents. Now it's worth 5 times that amount. And you only need a couple grand to get out of the debt. Take the couple
Yeah.
grand to get out of debt. You got plenty left.
It's
That's what
going to
he's
keep
saying.
going up. Yeah, exactly. That's the key. You know, if you just stare at it and you're afraid, well, I took so much out. No, it's not going to rise as fast. Horse shit. You know, you'll reach a point. Actually, it's happening to you now, Joe. Hey, I'm going to buy a new toy. What are you getting? All right. They'll give you your money back tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like they're like, we tried to give him his money back tomorrow, but he freaking didn't get back in the market after his 305 order filled. We can't force his damn order.
Uh-oh, you froze. Uh-oh, you broke the machine, Joe. I don't know if you can hear me, but you got a good pose to yourself. You're like, uh-oh. Joe, you are gone, my friend. I think Spirit just said, enough of this guy. We're going to shut him down right here. Uh-oh. Either that or it's time for our shows. Hell yeah, we got 4 minutes.
Whoa. What happened there?
No, that was Spirit intervening, going, you got 4 minutes. The show's about to start.
Yeah, kick him off. Holy crap. Yeah, I was like, I'm over here going, oh, we lost him. He must have disconnected. And I'm looking over at the chat. The chat stops. I go, I don't think it was him who disconnected. Something happened with me. And
Yeah.
I'm hardwired in. It's not like I'm on Wi-Fi on this one. So
Hey, I liked your pose. It was
yeah, so you guys heard it. Flare token, the free airdrop
Yeah.
from XRP.
Yeah.
Hang on to that sucker. It's gonna be the gift that keeps on giving. I
Yeah.
like the sound of that. So on that note, we are gonna take off and go watch our little gold shows for tonight. So we wish you all
Gotta
the
do
best.
it.
We wish you all the
Wait,
best of
wait.
luck. Best of luck with your cryptos and everything else.
To the clan of Woo.
That's right. If you're in the clan of Woo, you must do this. I'll talk
Oh,
I'll
you
talk to
guys
you guys
take
later.
care.
See you.
Have a